So Ridhi, my next question to you, and before I ask you about if women are a part of this whole India's wealth creation story, I would like you to talk a bit about Lxme, and because that will actually help put context to when you answer the question. Yeah.
Thank you, Sonal. So Lxme, I'm one of the co-founders of Lxme. Lxme was started by Preeti Rathi Gupta. She comes from 2 decades of experience in the wealth creation industry. They set up Anand Rathi, doing exceedingly well in stockbroking, wealth, insurance as an NBFC, various things. And what she realized is women are not a part of this story. Women are not a part of the growth story. They are not using everything that is happening today for their own financial security. So that's how Lxme came about. It's a financial platform for every woman in India to ensure she builds her safety net and achieves her financial goals. And basically gets, we were talking about fraud earlier, and there's so much happening to really provide a safe space for women to achieve her goals. So that's about Lxme. And I'm so happy that, you in India today is asking this question. Because so far when we were talking about underserved, it was a lot about rural India and the farmers, and which is very true. But, and I use this line often, 50% of our country is women, and the balance 50% is given birth to by them. And still, they are not a part of online platforms. There are so many great companies building technology, but less than 10% of their audience is women, right? So are women a part of this wealth creation journey? And that's a great question, because we did a survey of 4,000 plus women with Access My India, right? And they're the front runners of research in India. And it was so sad to see that women are fabulous savers, fabulous budgeters. Whether you give them 5,000 or 50,000 to run their household, they will make sure everyone is happy. All the bills are paid, their children have everything, their husbands are happy, their in-laws are happy. But they don't plan for their own finances. And what they do save, right? They will put away some money in their cupboards or in their savings account. And women are great for banks because they have all their money in savings accounts or fixed deposits. But the problem is that money is losing value to inflation. So they are great budgeters, they are great savers, super smart savers, very organized, fabulous multitaskers, but very few are accessing the capital markets. And capital markets are wealth creators, right? So every woman should have a retirement plan. But as per our survey of 4,000 plus women, 98% of women had no retirement plan. I mean, that's really scary. And if they invest only in an FD, their money is actually losing value over time. So they're working so hard to earn every rupee or save every rupee, but not accessing the capital markets. It's very difficult to build a good enough retirement plan.
I believe this 98% is not limited to rural India. It's urban India.
Not at all.
Women
Absolutely.
demographic, right?
It's urban in India. In fact, when we did the survey, tier 2, tier 3 city women were slightly more investing in the capital markets than urban women. And our survey was across tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 towns, across ages, across personas, married, unmarried, with kids, without kids. So it was across India. And again, like I said, what we're building at Lxme is for every woman in India. So it's not for the HNI, it's not for rural, but for every woman in India, even if she can just save 100 rupees a month.
Very interesting. So Ridhi, can you talk to us a bit about how a lot of platforms like yours have actually made even not just investment journey, but also credit accessible to women? And what are these alternative lending models, or even how when women access loans, what is the differentiation that normal traditional legacy business or banks were not able to offer?
So I think there's a lot of things you're doing differently, right? First is support, right? And there's a lot of socio-economic conditioning. Women are like, we are not good money managers. Men are way better at managing money. First is support, ensuring they have the right kind of people who will help them, right kind of advice that they get on our platforms. We have a community of women where they can go ask questions like you rightly said, right? There are good reasons to borrow for and not so good reasons. So where there's an ecosystem of women which help you get that right support. Second is literacy. We do a lot on literacy. Why is it important to build your credit score? Generally, women think, oh, it's bad, I don't want to borrow money. What if they come after me, my assets, etc., right? But it's important to build your credit score. What's a safe way to build it? For the unknown, like you said, about child's education, you might need to borrow at some point. So the right kind of literacy, simplified literacy for underserved segments like women. And the third is access. yes, I mean, there is so many companies doing lending today, but women actually, they're not accessing financial platforms. They're not reading the newspaper. They're not listening to a CNBC. So how will they know that there are loans for them? So really targeting women for their cohorts. For example, every woman has gold, right? So now bankers are approaching them. We'll give you loan against your gold. And NPS for women are super low, so it's great for the woman and it's also very profitable for banks. Secondly, child education. Great, it's very important for women. Every year, so many women are struggling. How will I get the fees for the year in advance? As we want them to all go to international schools and expensive schools, and every year's fees are doubling. So, you actually go to schools and say, we have a platform where women or mothers can apply for loans for your children, and no mother is going to default on a loan when it's come through a school. So really access and innovative products. So that's what platforms like us are doing to enable access to credit. And it's very important, to have that access for unknown events in your life. Or even, for example, everyone wants to buy a home loan or get a house. And women being great borrowers can get that with better interest rates. So bringing them access, bringing them knowledge on what is available in the market today is what fintechs like ours focus on.